Okay, so let's talk about a situation that I'm sure is super familiar to a lot of you. You're on social media, you've got a problem with a company, and so what do? You tweet at them, right? You're looking for a fast response, it's public, it's quick, and honestly, it usually gets the job done. But what happens after you hit send? Well, that could be the real trap. So you fire off a post, something just like this one. You're upset, your plans are a mess, and you tag the company hoping for a lifeline. I mean, who hasn't been there? It feels like the most direct way to get someone's attention. But here's the thing, that public cry for help is exactly what scammers are scanning for. And just like that, a reply pops up, it looks legit, it sounds helpful, and it's offering you a path forward. All you have to do is slide into their DMs to verify your details. It feels like, yes, finally, some help. But this right here, this is the critical moment where a simple problem can turn into a total nightmare. And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Is this person a helpful agent ready to solve your problem, or are they a predator using your frustration as the perfect bait? Let's unpack what's really going on here. You see, this kind of scam is so specific, it has its own name. And once you hear it, you'll understand just how predatory the strategy really is. It's called angler phishing, and the name is just perfect. Seriously, picture one of those deep-sea anglerfish. It lives in total darkness, and it has that little glowing lure hanging in front of its mouth to attract unsuspecting fish. Well, online scammers are doing the exact same thing. Their glowing lure is the promise of customer support, and you're the prey they're trying to trap. And don't think for a second this is some rare fringe threat. Get this. A 2021 report from Cisco found that phishing attacks like this are responsible for a whopping 90% of all data breaches. Just let that sink in. The single biggest threat to your data isn't some crazy complex hack. It's a simple psychological trick. So why does this work so well? It's pure psychology. When we're angry or stressed or just plain frustrated, our logical brain kind of takes a backseat. We're not thinking about security, we're thinking about a solution, and we want it now. The scammers know this. They're banking on that sense of urgency that social media has basically hardwired into all of us. Okay, so let's pull back the curtain and look at the attacker's playbook. How exactly do they turn your public complaint into their private payday? It almost always follows the same four-step pattern. So it all starts with you casting the bait. That's your public tweet. Step 2, the imposter account jumps in with a public reply. This is key because it makes them look legit to you and everyone else. Step 3 is the real pivot. They immediately try to get you into a private DM. They want to isolate you. And then step 4, the trap is sprung. In that private chat, they'll send you a link to a fake login page, asking you to confirm your details or claim your refund. And boom, that's when they steal your info. Now, this is what makes angler phishing a whole different beast from the old school email scams you're probably used to. You know, the fake email from your bank or from the CEO. That stuff is slow, it's formal. This is the opposite. It's fast, it's informal, and it feeds on an immediate pressure of having a public complaint out there. You just want to get it resolved, and they weaponize that urgency against you. All right, enough of the doom and gloom. Let's talk about how to fight back. How do you flip the script and spot these predators before they can sink their hooks into you? Honestly, it's way easier than you might think once you know the signs. The very first thing you need to do is just take 5 seconds and check the profile. A real brand is going to have that verified checkmark and probably thousands, if not millions of followers. Their username is going to be clean and simple, like @brand. Now look at the fake one. No checkmark, the username is all clunky with extra words like support or a bunch of underscores, and the follower count, super low. These are massive, flashing red lights. And beyond the profile itself, you gotta listen to what they're saying. Are they creating a crazy sense of urgency telling you to act now? Are there a bunch of spelling mistakes? And here's a huge one. If they ever ask you to move the conversation off the platform to something like WhatsApp, just stop. No legitimate company is going to do that. That's a giant red flag. Okay, so you know how to spot a fake. Now let's arm you with a simple, powerful defense plan. These are a few non-negotiable rules to keep yourself safe out there. Rule number 1. This is the easiest and maybe the most important. Always, always check for that little blue check mark. Before you even think about replying, just click on their profile. It's your fastest and best line of defense. Seriously. And rule number 2 is just as vital. Let me be perfectly clear. A real company will never ask you for your password or your full credit card number in a DM. Ever. If someone asks for that kind of info, it's not a red flag. It's a guaranteed 100% scam. End of story. To really make your defenses solid, here are a few final things. First, turn on two-factor authentication for all your accounts. It's like adding a deadbolt to your digital front door. Second, if you're ever unsure, just ditch the social media chat and go to the company's official website to find their support info. And last but not least, just trust your gut. If something feels fishy or weird, it probably is. Don't be afraid to just stop, block, and report. So after all of this, what's the one big idea you should walk away with? It really comes down to a small but powerful shift in your mindset whenever you're online. And this quote just nails it. On social media, trust is the biggest risk. Look, we're naturally wired to be trusting, but online, especially when you're stressed and looking for help, that instinct can be used against you. Your default settings shouldn't be blind trust. It should be verification. A little healthy skepticism is your absolute best friend. So the next time some customer support account slides into your DMs, you're not going to be a victim. You'll be ready. You've got the checklist, you know the red flags, and you've got the mindset to tell the good guys from the bad guys. The only question is, will you be ready? Yeah, I think you will be.